zoo is an island. Zoos across the globe work together to move and share animals to wherever is best for conservation. Think of it as being like a house move. One move links to another and another to create a chain. And like all house moves, one delay in that chain can stall the whole thing. This is the story of how moving 3 lions just 80 miles took over a year. Welcome to Zoo Insider, a chance for you to peek behind the curtain and see how the zoo really runs. So, why did it take so long? Our story begins back in November 2021. We announced our plans to move our 3 African lions from Newquay Zoo to Paignton Zoo, where we would shortly be left with an empty lion enclosure. The reason for moving our lions from Newquay to Paignton Zoo was to provide them with a much larger enclosure than we could ever build down at Newquay. To start our chain, we moved our Asiatic Lion Arya to ZSL London Zoo in 2021. And in May 2022, we finally had confirmation that Yali had a new home at Fota Wildlife Park in the Republic of Ireland. Step 2 of our chain was finally in motion. The last of our pride of endangered Asiatic lions, Yali, was a very important member of the breeding programme for this subspecies, and so was soon destined to be on the move to start a new pride of his own and protect Asiatic lions from extinction. Animal moves can be complicated enough, but the addition of Brexit has made any moves outside of the UK that much harder, so we still had a long 2 months to wait while paperwork was completed. In early August 2022, Yali passed all of his pre-move health checks, the paperwork was in order, transport was arranged, and it was finally time for him to begin his new life in Ireland. If you're liking this video so far and want to see more from Wild Planet Trust, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell to keep up to date. So, with Yali safely on his way, that meant it could be all systems go to move Boss, Semira and Amahli up the A30 from their home at Newquay Zoo to their new home at Paignton Zoo. However, it seems our problems were only just beginning. Obstacle after obstacle was thrown our way, knocking the move back each time. We did decide to leave it a few weeks to begin with to allow some essential maintenance in the Paignton paddock and let the summer holiday traffic die down a bit. No one wants to be in a van stuck in a traffic jam with a lion in the back. What we couldn't foresee was one of the biggest and most expensive blows to the zoo since the start of COVID lockdowns. On the August bank holiday weekend, bird flu was found in our pelican group, which led to total shutdown of the zoo for 10 days, followed by a lot of work for our animal teams to get the rest of the birds into safe enclosures. Biosecurity measures needed to be put in place across the site, and all plans for the lion move were temporarily shelved. By the time we could consider it again, we were deep into winter, making it unsafe to move the lions. Fast forward past the bird flu, past the cold, past the illness, past the final speedy tree work and maintenance work on the Paignton enclosure, and we finally arrive at the 9th of March 2023. Everything was in place, it was all systems go, and the whole day went very smoothly. Well, almost. Unfortunately, Connie, one of our videographers, was not able to get to Newquay Zoo, so we asked some of the Newquay team to get us some footage. Boss, Semira and Amahli were released into the crush individually. The crush is part of an enclosure where, if needed, we can secure a dangerous animal in order to administer medication or anaesthetics. Once the lions are sedated, they are topped up with anaesthetic to keep them asleep long enough for a health check and to be moved into their crates ready for transport. The crates are lifted into their vans and reversal to the anaesthetic is given. Once the vets are happy that the lions are okay, the vans drive up the A30 right alongside unsuspecting drivers towards Paignton Zoo. Upon arrival, the lions are unloaded as if on a conveyor of big cats throughout the day. It's been a long time coming, but we are so pleased Boss, Semira and Amahli have finally come to join us here in Paignton. Here's Keeper Cindy to tell us a bit more about our new trio and how she's helping them to settle into their new home.
So we've got Boss, he's obviously the big man. His dad was called Hugo, which is why he's called Boss. And then we've got his two sisters, Semira, and we've got Amahli. So they're all litter mates. They've pretty much always lived together. You can tell that they've been looked after really, really well. It's nice to have lions that aren't bothered about being on show, are quite happy to play with enrichment in front of the public, and they just look so calm and so relaxed. On the first day, because one of the things they're not used to is coming in on demand, on call, which is what we do with our lions and tigers here at Paignton. And the first day, I probably had to persevere with them for about 40 minutes, and they came in, and they've come in every single night since, which is really, really good for them, and it just shows that they are quite relaxed and quite happy and quite intelligent animals as well, because you never really know how well an animal is going to take to training before you actually get to know them. I'm just really, really pleased that they're here, really. They're three amazing animals. They get on as well as any sort of pride. I mean, all prides, as I mentioned, do have their little issues, I guess, the same as a group of siblings together, because that is essentially what they are. Like, one of them will be in a bit of a stroppy mood or a bit moody, and they do take it out on each other. But they respond straight away to sort of vocal commands. We have got it so that we ring a cowbell, which is actually quite fun for us, I think. And that's their recall training. So they've taken to that really well. We ring the cowbell, and then all of a sudden you've got three cute little faces near the keeper mesh going, "Oh, we're coming in now." So their characters are really nice. They, I suppose, have had the little squabble, but they get on really, really well. They're nice towards us. They're just a pleasant thing to work with, really. And I'm just very grateful that they're here and they're the animals that they are.
Animal moves are some of the most complex procedures that zoos do. There are a lot of moving parts that go into the animal move chain. Luckily, we managed to get back on track despite the setbacks. If you want to see more videos like this one, check out our Zoo Insider playlist or click this video here.